Alright, we'll get going at 6 o'clock on the dot. That way, probably take us a good half an hour, and then go watch the Bills beat the Chiefs, so I say hopefully. And we'll get the button going at 59, why not? Oh, I should probably start this game because I don't want to get copyrighted for having Bad Bunny on. My bad. Silly goose. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our game of the week for our first installment here in Series 3. It will be the 3-1 St. Louis Cardinals visiting the 3-1 Detroit Tigers. Second homestand of the season for the Tigers, and what is a game here for really outright to determine who is the best team in the Major League right now. Skubal versus Strider on the mound tonight for both sides. This should be one of the best games of the season, if you ask me. It's absolutely possible. Tarik Skubal starting the mound here, did get the win last time out, I believe. I totally forget who they played. I can look that up here in a second. Leading off here for St. Louis will be Jose Altuve, the second baseman, as the first offering his fastball outside. Skubal's had a great season on the mound so far. That's almost, that was actually almost clever. I could have put that 7 o'clock in real life. Change up inside 2-0. Skubal actually recorded the loss last time out in his appearance versus the Brewers. 2-1 that game. Milwaukee walked it off. 2-1 on deck for St. Louis. And Skubal's 3-1. And that'll be strike. Finds the bottom edge. 3-2. See if Altuve can get something going here. Nope, sinker outside. First batter, first walk for Tarik Skubal. And Altuve will take first. It'll be over to Paul Goldschmidt now, who's been great in the bat so far this season for St. Louis. First offering, the fastball goes high. How does this work, Hotspot? Well, let me put it to you this way. It's essentially fantasy sports, fantasy baseball, but instead of it being in real life, obviously it's the off season for real baseball. Nope. What we did, we picked a team, and then we did a fantasy draft, and now I'm just simming the game. So yeah, it's kind of like fantasy baseball, like that you would play over a real life season. It's just a little bit different. This is what we did with the FIFA as well, which actually was pretty fun. I'll tell you what, but I'm loving this. I love baseball personally, so this is something that I really enjoy. Fastball inside, 3-1 now to Goldschmidt as Ozzie Albies on deck, the designated hitter. As it looks as if the Cardinals could have a runner on first and second here in a very short amount of time. Let's see if Skubal can get something going. Goldschmidt swings in a drive, and that one will get down to the grass in left field for the base hit. Throw over to third. No advancement from Altuve past second. Runner on first and second now. It's over to Ozzie Albies. Well, calm as you'd like. Nice hit right in the gap there. First hit of the day for St. Louis. Albies now batting the designated hitter. Fastball outside, 1-0. Following Albies will be the third baseman of Arenado. Contreras, the catcher. Garcia, the left fielder. Corey Seager, the shortstop. Buxton, the center fielder. And Nolan Jones, the right fielder. Now the 1-0. Slider finds the bottom of the zone, 1-1. Anything in the air pretty much could score that run, as Altuve is a very quick base runner. He is. Fastball outside, 2-1. It is a very cool idea, and you know what? I've really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it with the FIFA one that we did do. That was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, FIFA had too many bugs this new game, so we didn't have it for very long. But hopefully, when the show 25 comes out, we can jump straight onto that. 2-2 here to Albies, and Slider finds the high and tight corner. Albies goes down looking. First strikeout of the day for Skubal. As well, I tell you what, Albies probably, that was, I think, the correct pitch to sit on there, but probably could have had a fair base hit or at least a sac fly somewhere along the line. But will now be over to Nolan Arenado, third baseman with one out, top of the first. Runner on first and second. First offering is a fastball. One in for 25. Okay, yeah. I will. We'll need to have. You can go into the Discord, write it down like now, and then we can see. Because we'll probably have to do another draft once we switch over to the next game. So, or at least like a bit of a shake-up, like that's what we did for when we had another couple of teams in our second season. As that one's hit fouled off to the left. We just had it. We had him save like 7 players and then shook up the rest. So yeah, that's probably what we could do. But absolutely, yeah. Pick a team. Could be anything. Swung into the air. That one's popped up. First baseman's going to be able to get under it in plenty of time. That will be Matt Olson, the first baseman. Rest of the order for St. Louis, as we said. Contreras up next, followed by Adolis Garcia, Corey Seager, Buxton, and Nolan Jones. Round out the batting order for St. Louis. And a team so far that has been good on the bats. They've also been no-hit, so for what that's worth. First offering to Contreras. That fastball will find the zone for strike one. Yeah, a bit of a tough situation to not get anything out of, really. I think if you're St. Louis right now, you gotta at least find something to get a run on the board here early. Fastball high. Swung on a miss for strike two as Skubal seems to have gotten his rhythm together here and looks like he can escape the inning unharmed. 0-2. That one swung on in a drive-in. Well, commentary curse never ends well, and it hasn't here for Skubal as William Contreras goes yard. Well, I apologize sincerely to Furch. I may have absolutely cursed him there. Contreras gets his first home run of the season. And already a 3-0 game here for St. Louis as he takes him 388 feet out to left. That will score Goldschmidt and Altuve. Swinging a drive, and really one of the only ones that anybody's able to even reach from Skubal. And the Cardinals have a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first. It will now be over to Adolis Garcia. Swung on, and that one's popped into the air. Racing under it and getting there in plenty of time will be the first baseman of Olsen. But the Cardinals having a significant lead early here as William Contreras goes yard in his first at-bat of the day. St. Louis lead this one 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. On the mound, as we said, for St. Louis will be Spencer Strider. He's had a pretty good season so far. I think 1 win, 1 loss. For what it's worth, he has pitched well. But against a very talented Detroit side here, let's see what they're going to be able to do. As it will be the right fielder Riley Green leading us off here for Detroit. First offering from Strider, fastball inside, 1-0. Following Green will be Julio Rodriguez and Juan Soto, the next three. Check swing, he'll point over to the third base side, and the umpire says he has not swung that one. 2-0 the count here to Green.
One strike.
2-1 now from Strider. That one swung on foul to the left side. 2-2 now. And that one swung and missed for strike three as the curveball will get Riley Green. Strider threw almost exclusively fastballs in the entirety of that plate appearance. The one curveball he threw, and that one gets Green. It will now be over to Julio Rodriguez, the center fielder. Sixth pitch of the game for Strider. Let's see what he can do here. First offering to Rodriguez. Fastball high in the zone for strike one. Next offering from Strider. That one inside. Fastball goes low. 2-1 now for Strider. Once again, having only thrown fastballs here to Rodriguez. See if he mixes it up now. That one hit on the ground up the middle. Altuve races over but can't get there. That will be a base hit for Detroit as Julio Rodriguez will take first. And there's a runner on with one out here in the bottom of the first. Let's go over now the rest of the batting order for Detroit. Up next will be Juan Soto, followed by Matt Olson and Will Smith, the next two, as that one fouled off to the left side. Bregman, Gleyber Torres, Taylor Ward, and Ha-Seong Kim round out the batting order for Detroit. And what's been a very good side here. Once again, these teams both 3-1. I think this game right here, as that one hit on the ground to Altuve, 4-6, over to 3 for the third out in the end of the first inning, as Detroit can't get anything going, and the Cardinals go into the top of the second, 3-0. We'll be now over to Corey Seager, the shortstop. First offering, fastball outside, 1-0. Again, both these sides come into this game 3-1 atop the American League is Detroit, atop the National League is St. Louis. Pretty much the rubber match here for a team to beat here in the first half. Patrick Johnson behind home plate. (2-0) here to Seager. And the next offering from Skubal is 27th of the game already. That's early to be hitting that high in the pitch count here. 3-0 as Byron Buxton on deck. 3-0 pitch. That one is inside. 4-pitch walk for Skubal. What I will say, the good thing here about Detroit is that coming up next in Game 2 of this series, they do have Garrett Cole on the mound, who had a perfect game against Milwaukee in the Game 2 of Series 2. Byron Buxton now batting for St. Louis, the center fielder. For St. Louis, they do have Justin Verlander, who pitched a good game last time out. That should be a very fun pitcher's duel. The 0-1 here to Buxton. Change up outside, 1-1. Hopefully this one can get over so we can go ahead and see Buffalo get past Kansas City. Although we know that's not going to happen. Not because Buffalo isn't good enough, but we know the Zebras do tend to run wild. Swung on a miss for strike 2 as Buxton misses the fastball. And now, next offering, that one shot behind. We'll do it one more time. Seager standing on first as the runner. No outs here, top of the second. Following Buxton will be the right fielder Nolan Jones. Third, 2-2 pitch of the fastball low. And count moves to full as Skubal cannot afford to walk another runner here. Swung on and missed for strike 3 as the changeup gets Buxton. And that'll be one out. Only the second strikeout of the day so far for Skubal. Of course, I think he's even into the 40s in the pitch count by now, which is well early. We'll see what the number is here. 35. Yeah, that is way early in the game to be hitting 35 pitches. Nolan Jones now up. Nolan Jones has rather struggled at the plate this year. First offering is a strike. Following Jones will be Altuve. The 0-1. Swung on and missed well early was Jones. Slider down the middle gets him for strike 2. And now the 0-2 to Jones. And that one swung on, hit in the air out to left side. Racing under it and getting there in plenty of time will be the center fielder of Julio Rodriguez in very shallow left. It will now be over to Jose Altuve in the top of the order for St. Louis.
The second baseman.
While Altuve can absolutely go yard if you give him the opportunity. Let's see how Skubal handles this one. First offering slider. Just on the outside there, 0-1 as it finds the zone for a strike. Got walked in the first inning. 0-1, swung on, hit in the air out to left center. Rodriguez is racing under it. Will he get there at the track? Yes, he will. Into the bottom of the second now. Detroit still trail 3-0. But a much better inning that time from Skubal, as now it'll be over to Matt Olson, the first baseman. First offering from Strider. Slider inside and low for ball 1. Fastball, high in the zone, swung on and missed for strike 1. Only the 14th pitch of the game now for Strider. And that one, fastball, gets the zone there for strike 2, as Wilson has been slightly, a little bit too patient at the plate now, especially being down to 3-0 here this early. Those back innings come up quite quickly. That one fouled behind. 1-2. 16th pitch of the game for Strider. And that one swung on and missed for strike 3 as the changeup will get Olson. And that'll be the second strikeout of the game for Strider. It'll now be over to Will Smith, the catcher. Changed up in the zone for strike 1. Next offering, swung on, fouled behind, strike 2. Following Smith will be the third baseman of Alex Bregman. And swung on and missed for strike 3. Fastball will get Will Smith low. And it's looking like a 1-2-3 inning here for Strider. His third strikeout now, as he does face the third baseman of Alex Bregman. First offering fastball outside. Very uncharacteristic for Detroit not being able to get anything working on offense. At least for the time being.
2-0.
2-0 the count here. That one hit pretty well, but will go foul towards the warning track there on the left side. 2-1 now the count. 23rd pitch of the game for Strider. Swung on, and that one will go foul to the dugout on the right side. 2-2. And the 2-2 to Bregman. Swung on and missed for strike 3. The fastball gets him, as Strider is dealing right now. And Detroit looks absolutely puzzled as to be able to get anything off of Spencer Strider. Over to the top of the third in the middle inning. Leading off will be the first baseman of Paul Goldschmidt. First offering fastball does apparently find the bottom edge, according to Patrick Johnson, the behind home plate. And 0-1 now. Next offering, that one will be held on. Fastball low, 1-1. 43rd pitch of the game from Skubal. I'll be fair with you, at least Skubal's second inning went by a lot quicker. Swung on into the air out to left. That one will be pulled foul. 1-2 now the count. Swung on foul behind. We'll do it again. To say, at least being in the third here, about to hit 50 pitches. I think this is kind of a respectable, on the pitch count. Now that one hit over to the middle, over the head of Tariq Skubal. Goldschmidt will go run over to first for the base hit, his second of the day. As that one just kind of binked over Skubal's head and through the gap. It's now over to Ozzie Albies, who got struck out in his first appearance. Fastball not finding the zone there, according to Johnson. 1-0. The 1-0 the count, swung on, foul. 1-1. The thought I was going to say is this is now becoming a much more manageable pitch count. 3-6, back over to 3, and gets the double play. Nicely done for Olsen. Olsen, Kim, back to Olsen. And it'll now be over to Nolan Arenado with nobody on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the top of the third. Yeah, good play, calm as you'd like. Arenado 0 for 1 today. First offering fastball high, 1-0. That one swung on and missed. Strike 1. Good change up there. 51st pitch of the game now. As that one swung on, kind of rolled over. Third baseman trying to dive and make the grab. Arenado could still get there and does make the throw at third. Great play then from Alex Bregman, who only just was able to get a glove onto that one and retires the side. It'll now be over the bottom of the third. Gleyber Torres, Taylor Ward, Ha-Sung Kim in their first appearances of the day. Slider from Strider finds the zone for strike 1. Gleyber Torres, a very strong part of this Detroit side so far this season, making some good athletic plays over there at second. I was asking a couple of questions of Furch, not, of course, directly, but, it had to be questioned. Was Torres really the correct choice for that position? I tell you what, he's filled that role brilliantly for Detroit. 2-1 the count. Swung on a miss for strike 2, as that fastball was well high. Torres nearly swinging out of his shoes there. That's something not even remotely close to the plate. 2-2 now from Strider. 29th of the game. Swung on a miss for strike 3 as the slider will freeze Torres. And that'll be the 5th strikeout of the game for Strider.
The designated hitter, Taylor.
And now over to the designated hitter, Taylor Ward, followed by Ha-Sung Kim. And their first plate appearances of the day. And the first offering to Ward. Fastball low and outside. Not very often that Detroit looks this vulnerable at home, really. First series was a home series against Toronto. They took both games. Of course, game one, they hit the walk-off. First offering slider in the dirt. Next offering, 2-1. Strider looks comfortable up there. Let's see if he continues. Fastball goes high, 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
It's difficult now because if you leave one in the zone, he could hit it, and he could hit it well. That one swung on and missed for strike 2 as the fastball does get past Ward. And let's see what Strider decides to do with the full count pitch. That one will be outside, and Taylor Ward will go take first with 1 out. Only just the first walk of the day allowed for Strider. It'll now be over to Ha-Sung Kim. First offering to Kim. Fastball just missing the top edge there, according to Patrick Johnson behind home plate for ball 1. Of course, following Kim will be back over the top of the order with Riley Green, the right fielder. Checks over to first.
He's good.
So the 1-0 now to Kim. And that one, change up. Again, Patrick Johnson, I tell you what, that zone is starting to get a little bit tighter. 2-0 the count. That one swung on and hit out to the right. That one will go foul. Two and one now to Kim. Swung on, and that will go foul to almost the same spot. That time in the dirt. 2-2 now. Bottom of the third with 1 out and a runner on first. Fastball outside, 3-2. Over to Riley Green following. Low and outside gets Ha-Sung Kim. Strider has his 6th strikeout of the day here in the bottom of the third. Great delivery, and I tell you what, that's what he wanted to do against Taylor Ward. And that is something he successfully did against Ha-Sung Kim. 2 outs now for Riley Green, and the runner still on first. Next offering, change up low, ball 1. The 1-0 now. And that one, fastball. Oh, goodness me. Patrick Johnson has gotten Strider on that inside edge a couple of times now. 2-0 the count. That one swung on and fouled over to the left side. Yeah, I'm not sure, because that's going to throw off Strider, really, if he can't throw to that side like that. He does that time. Green swings and misses for strike 2. 2-2 the count. As that one was in the dirt. 3-2 now. Julio Rodriguez on deck. Full count here to Green with a runner on first in the bottom of the third. And 2 outs. This is a difficult one here for Strider. What does he do? Swung and missed. Fastball will get past Riley Green. At the end of the third inning, St. Louis still lead this one 3-0. 3 runs on 3 hits. Detroit has only gotten 1 hit on this game. And still no runs to their name. It will be over to William Contreras. He hit the home run in his first appearance in the first inning. Fastball inside edge, 0-1. 3-run home run as well for William Contreras. A fantastic batted ball. That one following Contreras will be Garcia. And then over to Corey Seager after that. Next offering swung on, hit in the air out to left, racing under it and getting there in plenty of time. Will be the left fielder of Juan Soto for the first out. It'll now be over to Adolis Garcia. Fastball outside, 1-0. Well, that fan definitely didn't like that. Boo! Got some fantastic NPCs in this game. Swung and missed. Sinker outside gets him 1-1. Scuball has definitely regained some control here. Fastball, low and outside edge for strike 2. Next offerings, change up outside, 2-2. Tell you what, if Scuball started the game this hot, it would still be an even game. Curveball goes inside, 3-2. Corey Seager on deck. Big one here for Scuball. Swung on into the air out to left center, racing under it, back at the track, and getting there in plenty of time will be the center fielder of Julio Rodriguez. It'll now be over to Corey Seager, the shortstop, who got walked in his first appearance. First offering, fastball down the middle for strike one. The 0-1. Fastball that time finds its way inside. 0-2. Slider outside, 1-2 to Seager. Following Seager will be Buxton. 1-2. Sinker low, 2-2 now. Delivery swung on into the gap, out and left by the wall. That one could be extra bases as it trickles over. Soto racing to get it. Seager rounding first, headed to second, and he will make it in there standing up. Corey Seager gets a double with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Great little knock there, found the gap in the shift. Rolls its way over the wall. And St. Louis have a runner in scoring position. Now over to Byron Buxton, the center fielder. Swung on over the third base side. Not making the tag, throwing over to first and making the throw in plenty of time. Will be that of Alex Bregman as that will retire the side. Bottom of the fourth now, Julio Rodriguez, Juan Soto, and Matt Olson. For the Detroit Tigers, still struggling here. Strider will remain on the mound, only his 48th pitch of the game coming up right here. First offering to Rodriguez, fastball outside. Rodriguez singled in the first inning for Detroit's only hit of the game so far. Slider goes low for strike one. Next offering swung on. That one will go foul, however. Next offering, that'll be slider outside. So 2-2 now the count. Oh, check swing. He'll point over to first, and the umpire says he went. Strike three called on Julio Rodriguez. I'm not entirely sure he broke the plane on that one, but the first base umpire said he did. Juan Soto now batting for St. Louis as the first offering is the two-seamer, high and outside for strike one as it finds the zone. Oh, 0-1 now. Curveball gets in the zone, 0-2. Soto, another one of those players who expected to have slightly more of a presence at the plate this season as he strikes out here. 2 outs now in the bottom of the fourth. 9th strikeout of the game for Strider. It's over to Matt Olson. First offering, changeup finds the zone, 0-1. Struck out in the second inning was Olson. And next offering, fastball high and away, 1-1. The 1-1 swung on and missed for strike two as the slider gets him.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2 swung on for strike three. What a terrible swing there from Olson as that one retires the side in the 11th strikeout of the game for Strider. If I'm to be corrected, that is currently the league leader in strikeouts. I think this is absolutely probably the most in one game as well. I'll have to check my statistics afterwards. Fastball inside goes for ball one on Jones as he flew out in the second inning. Top of the fifth now. Skubal remains on the mound for Detroit as it is only a three-run deficit here. 67th pitch of the game for Skubal. That one hit pretty well, but out foul, 1-1. As I did worry about the pitch count for Skubal in the early 2 innings, he has reined that in and is actually in a very respectable position. As that one hit in the air out to the right side, racing under it back near the track, not at it, but near it, is that of Riley Green. Now be over to Jose Altuve, and what'll be his, I think technically third plate appearance here. 0 for 1 on the day. I believe he walked in the first inning, then had that either strikeout or fly out, whatever it was in the third. Well, that's not going to tell me. First offering is a strike. 70th offering of the game here for Skubal. Swung on, kind of ugly swing, I'll be fair with you. 0-2, because that one is fouled with the bleachers on the right side. And that one is swung on, foul behind. We'll do it again. Following Altuve will be Goldschmidt, the first baseman. As that one, fastball goes high, 1-2. And the next offering.
That's ball.
Change up low, 2-2. The overrated chance going here for Altuve. That usually doesn't end well, although it will this time. Popped up in the air, first baseman of Olsen racing under it, and he will be able to get there in plenty of time for the second out, as Altuve will go without a hit today. It'll now be over the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt, in what looks to be the final at-bat for St. Louis here. First offering. Swung on onto the ground. Olsen collects over at first on the ground and makes the tag at the base. And it's now over to the bottom of the fifth. Detroit have just a couple of more opportunities here to tie this game up. Will Smith, Alex Bregman, and Gleyber Torres, the next three for Detroit. Only one hit on the day so far, 11 strikeouts for Strider. And now the offering to Will Smith, the 60th of the game for Strider. Fastball does not find the edge there. 1-0. Will Smith struck out in the second inning. Next offering, foul behind, 1-1. One and one here. That one swung on, foul behind. The 1-2 now to Smith. Swung on, popped into the air. Goldschmidt is going to be racing under it in foul territory and making the can of corn catch for the first out.
The batter, the third baseman, Alex Bregman.
It will now be over to Alex Bregman. With one out here, bottom of the fifth. First offering, fastball goes high. 1-0 here. Second offering, fastball finds the bottom and inside corner, 1-1. Bregman 0 for 1 on the day. 1-1. Fastball outside, 2-1. Next offering, swung on. Over to the third base side, Arenado making the grab on the off-balance throw. Gets there in plenty of time. And the Cardinals are one out away from taking an outright lead in the entire league on record. Now over to Gleyber Torres. Final out here for Detroit. What can he get going? Fastball finds the zone. Sat on for strike one. And luckily the Chiefs game is just about to start, so we can watch... You've watched umpires be bad here today. You'll watch them in real life as well when Kansas City takes on Buffalo here in just a couple of minutes' time. 0-1 now to Torres. Slider gets the zone 0-2, and Strider's one strike away. And that one's going to find the dirt, 1-2. Really the only misstep of the day for Strider so far. 71st pitch of the game. And that one is crushed from Torres. See you later. Well, Detroit will get one on the board. As Strider was one strike away, he wanted to end it. And Gleyber Torres goes yard, 433 feet. Detroit will get a run on the board, only their second hit of the day. The first of which happening in the first inning. It's over now to Taylor Ward. Still a 2-run deficit here as the hockey stick comes out. Well, once again, Strider was a pitch away from being able to end this one, and he kind of put it in the zone. He wanted him to have a hack at it, maybe even grounding into a play at first, but nope. That one goes deep to left center. Now, good smack there from Gleyber Torres. Still a 2-run deficit here. It's over to Taylor Ward. First offering. That one swung on, popped into the air. Contreras under it, and this catch will end the game. St. Louis looking like now the team to beat here in the league. They will retain first position in the National League. Detroit will have some work to do, but what a fantastic game this was. Fun to watch, very kind of not off color, that's not the correct saying, but very off day from Detroit here. Didn't really get much on the bats going. And that will be the reason for the loss. Thank you for watching us, ladies and gentlemen. The rest of Series 3 Game 1 will be uploaded here in the overnight. We'll see you then.